ControlTrends with ControlTrends people. Very fortunate today to have Chris Eichmann, who is the Vice President and General Manager of Controls Distribution, in the house today. Chris has come to talk to us a little bit. Chris, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with us.
Thanks for having me, Eric.
Well, fantastic. Lots going on at Johnson Controls. Can you tell us a little about some of the changes?
Yeah, it's an exciting time in the Building Efficiency Division at Johnson Controls. There's a recognition that as a company we need to be very focused on the products that we manufacture and making sure that we're meeting the needs of the different channels that we distribute those products through. So a lot of the work that we've done over the last 5 years that I've been in this role to build awareness and capability around our distribution channels is going to be enhanced by the work that we're doing now to make sure that each channel that we sell through, whether it's our direct branches, our wholesale distributors, our ABCS channels, or direct to OEM manufacturers, has the products, support, and service they need to be successful.
So Chris, I think one of the really interesting things about Johnson Controls, and sometimes people get a little bit confused about it, is you guys go to market in several different ways. I think that's by design. Speak a bit about that if you would.
Yeah, that really ties into what we were just talking about, Eric, that as an organization we recognize that we're a product manufacturer and that we sell through different channels. If you look at the two largest, we sell through our direct branches and through distribution. So if you look at what our branches need versus what our distributors need, there's different value propositions there. Our branches typically play in more complex applications, higher education, healthcare. Our ABCS distributors, wholesale distributors, typically servicing service contractors, smaller controls contractors, into the light to mid-market commercial construction market. And so those channels have different needs from a product standpoint, from a service and support standpoint. And so what Johnson Controls is trying to deliver is quality products that add a lot of value to a building automation system, to a refrigeration HVAC system, through the different channels that we sell through.
Let's talk about primarily the distribution channel. Mm-hmm. Talk a bit about what you got going on for us.
There's a number of different things that we're focused on. One of the areas where we've put a lot of time and effort into is working with our advisory council. We started about 5 years ago, brought in a group of wholesale distributors, ABCS distributors, ABCS contractors. We've rotated customers through the council over the last 5 years. And we've used that group to bounce ideas off of, to get feedback and input on the business and understand which areas we need to focus our product development efforts, our service and support efforts. And it's really helped us to focus where we spend our time and our resources over the last 5 years.
Chris, it really sounds like one of Johnson's core things is listening to your customers. Speak about that if you would.
The Advisory Council has been a great venue for us to bring customers in, understand their perspective on the market and on Johnson Controls' position in the market, and it's helped us drive a lot of activity. One example is we're going to roll out an ASI program, Authorized System Installer program, focused on your contractor customers.
Say more about that. What's that going to entail? Tell me about that.
So a couple things. It gives your contractor customers the ability to link to the Johnson Controls brand in their marketing and their selling efforts. There's a rewards program element to it, so they can capture points and use those points for product back with you as the distributor that manages them. And it's your program. It's not a program that Johnson Controls is going to manage and drive results against. It's a program that you can use to leverage your marketing efforts and your contractors together to grow the business.
That's way cool. That's way cool. So that will go through the distribution side and the systems integrator side, right?
Correct.
Oh, that's awesome, Chris. That's awesome. So I know you guys listen to your customers a lot, and I just got to say, man, we went last year to your business conference, and I've been to Johnson Controls business conferences over the years. You guys totally nailed it last year. Was that sort of listening to what people wanted? Because it was unique, because you guys brought not just distributors, but you brought end users and contractors. Tell us a little bit about last year and sort of the thought process behind that.
Yeah. So this was the second business conference that I had put on for our customers, and the feedback we got after the first one was a lot of great product information, not enough business information. So we worked really hard this time to make sure that we had a good mixture of how do you better manage your business, how do you grow your business, as well as new product introductions, application information on the existing products, and the feedback we got after the business conference was very, very strong.
Well, I was there, and of course there was the combat dune buggy roundup, so you got to test your mettle. Your Dan Flaherty did a pretty good job with that. I think our Rob Allen actually wrecked one of the dune buggies. So it was a great mixture. We were there. It was a great mixture of fun and knowledge. And what I really liked about it, Chris, was like I said, you got the great product. You had the product specialist there, so you had like a product show. You could go look at the products, get the demos, and you guys, in terms of your products, in terms of your technical people, you guys are just all over that. But you had some great speakers there. I think one of the things I came away from the meeting was I learned about Johnson Controls, but I also learned how to be a better business person. You guys did social media. And dialing into that, the Generation Y. Talk about Generation Y just for a sec, because that was a really cool concept. We're all faced with getting older. I know you are like our Charlton Heston, so you never get older, you never age. But for guys like me, I mean, people are getting older. We got new people coming into the workplace. Can you give us just a minute sort of summary of Generation Y and what our listeners need to be paying attention to regarding that?
It was an interesting topic for us, and came out of work that we did within the business to understand how we better integrate that generation of folks into the organization for a company that's been around almost 130 years. So what we presented was kind of a framework for how you as a business owner can look at integrating that generation of new workers into your business, and I think it was very well received.
Oh, it was so well received because, and first of all, we got to let Dan Flaherty know that he's not a Generation Y guy. I know, one of the key things I get, these guys are, the Generation Ys are motivated differently. I mean, if they believe in what you're doing, they will work till the cows come home, but you got to manage them differently. You got to incentivize them differently. It's not so much about the money for those guys, it's more about the mission. And it is just such a key piece. That was invaluable. Because again, I mean, the key thing we all have, I don't care whether you're a distributor, an end user that's got people working for you, or a contractor, you're gonna have to have new people come into your business, and the younger people got to be there. We heard one of the big systems integrators at Ibicon Rocom, Chris, a guy named Paul Oswald, and this guy's just truly never. He spoke and he basically said, if half your staff's not under 25 right now, you're totally gonna lose it. Because it's changing fast, and so we can't be in denial about this, but the fact that you guys brought that up at the meeting was just incredible. So again, just one example of what made that business conference so great, and you kind of got an announcement, right? I mean, it was so good last year. The feedback you're getting is do it again. Do it again.
So next March in Orlando, again, good mix of business topics and product topics. Some of the business topics, we have the vice president from Cisco Systems, who's in charge of the Internet of Things, is going to come and talk about the Internet of Things and the impact on buildings and building automation. Obviously, it's an area that's up and coming that people don't understand all that well today, so hoping to give some exposure to that. Texas A&M has a distribution management program. They're going to come in and talk about how to stratify your customers, how to understand your cost to serve for your customers, and how you can drive profitability in your business. And then finally, on the business side, Disney has a program that was developed by a guy named Dennis Snow, where they bring companies in and help you understand how to create world-class service organizations in your business. Nice. And so Dennis is going to come in on the last day and talk about how you, as a wholesale distributor, as an ABCS distributor or contractor, can create that kind of environment in your organization.
Well, that's going to be fantastic. And of course, then you got the great products too, so that's going to be good stuff. What are the dates and where is it, Chris?
Marriott World Center in Orlando, March 21st to the 23rd. Really looking forward to it.
Cool. So how do people sign up? I mean, if you want to sign up, reach out to your local Johnson distributor. Or, we can put a link on ControlTrends too. And
I think we'll set that up. The reservation site will be up, I believe, next week. and we'll send announcements out to the customer base, and we'd love to have it on ControlTrends.
We'll put it up for sure. And listen, so here's the big question everybody wants to know. So what's the fun event? Is it going to be alligator wrestling with Dan Flaherty this year? I mean, we're going to be in Orlando, so it's got to be something a little crazy. I mean, you guys always do crazy stuff, whether it's parachuting or swimming with the sharks or whatever. So is it going to be alligators or swimming with the great whites this year? Do we know?
We're putting Dan through a training regimen, and we're going to wait and throw something at him at the last minute.
Good deal, good deal. So listen, I got to tell you, been there, this is going to be a conference you're not going to want to miss. Unfortunately, I might have to miss it because my new baby's due then, but I'm trying to find a way that I can get down there. You definitely want to check this out, the Johnson Controls Business Conference. So Chris, I mean, at the end of the day, the name of the game is growth, right? Working together to grow businesses. So let's just break it down. What can your distributors do to work with JCI to grow their collective businesses?
Great question, Eric. There's a couple of things that come to mind. One is helping us get access to the full bill of material on a project. We've begun to add estimators in a couple of the regions. Here in the Southeast, you have Wayne Chrissy supporting you. So we're trying to be the easy button for our customers to help do takeoffs, to help do quotes, and help win business. So that's one area. Product availability. We see our distributors that have inventory on the shelf are growing their business, even in the tough times that we've had over the last couple of years. So inventory is key. And then the third thing, I think, is helping Johnson Controls keep up with trends in the industry. ControlTrends has been a great venue for that. We have folks in our business that spend a lot of time watching and learning, and it's a venue that we need to spend more time, get more involved with.
Oh, awesome, and you guys have been great about supporting it. Chris Lane, Matt Krieger have come on. We've done a Johnson Tech Talk. We've done 2 of those. Got some more schedule. That we've gotten really favorable feedback from that. Because one thing I'll tell you about you guys have really great technical people, and to get to have access to Chris Lane, Matt Krieger, and Robert Harlan and some of those people has just been fantastic. So we really, really appreciate that. And so we started to think about growth. I mean, that's a common theme all of us have. So if you're an end user listening to ControlTrends, you know that if you can lower your operating costs, save energy, you're going to be more profitable. Johnson Controls can help you with that with their systems. And then if you're a contractor, if you're one of Johnson Systems integrators, I think those same things apply. I mean, use these estimators, bring Johnson the whole package, let them take a look at how they can sell you the valves, the actuators, the variable frequency drives, as well as the DDC controls. You guys have a full portfolio of products. And I tell you what, I mean, it bodes well. I think the industry knows this. To me, one of the things that really sort of maybe epitomizes what you guys do is you guys last year at the 2013 ControlTrends Awards were voted by the worldwide ControlTrends community to be the 2013 ControlTrends HVAC controls manufacturer vendor of the year. And that's quite an honor. That basically means they acknowledge you from the DDC down to the valves, the actuators, and everything else. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. It's been a great experience for us to be involved with ControlTrends Awards. You and Ken have done a great job of building awareness in the industry and promoting the industry, and we look forward to participating in Chicago in January.
Yeah, you guys are up for several awards this year as well. Let's take a minute to speak a little bit about now. You are up for, now Chris was one of the first year of the ControlTrends Awards. You were co-winner for the HVAC Controls Executive of the Year. And
I got robbed last year.
You got, but you're doing an interview this year, so you're probably, so look at this face. He's the most handsome executive for sure in our industry, okay? And he's a good guy too, as you're seeing from this. You were nominated again this year for Executive of the Year, but you guys are also for Best Technical Support from a large manufacturer. Your variable frequency drive's up for an award. Your control system, the FX product line's up for awards too. So you guys are just doing a lot of stuff right, Chris, and it's a pleasure to work with you guys. So Chris, before you go, one final question. If somebody out there is not working with Johnson Controls, primarily an end user or even a contractor, what should they know about Johnson Controls?
2 things. One, I'll reiterate what you said earlier. We've got a very broad, very deep product offering, and we've got one of the best distribution networks in the industry.
Good stuff.